Hockey is one of those sports where the best get spoken about for years to come, but the worst hockey players are often forgotten. That's why we have dug through hockey history to bring you the very worst hockey players of all time. Our list will only include players who have played across multiple seasons of the NHL, avoiding anyone who filled in once or twice. 10. Dallas Eakins. Dallas Eakins was a defenseman who had a lengthy career playing across multiple leagues. His career began with the Peterborough Petes in 1984, a member of the Ontario Hockey League. While it might seem unfair to look at a defenseman's offensive contributions, Eakins got ice time for 8 different teams in the NHL. If you look at Eakins' entire professional hockey playing career, he had several respectable seasons. Often, he would play 60 or more games in the lower league, score a fair number of points, and then get the chance to play in the NHL. He would then underperform, get dropped down to an affiliate team, and the cycle would continue. 9. Rick Jodzio. Rick Jodzio was a left winger who had a short and fiery career in the NHL. His career began in 1973 with the Hamilton Red Wings and ended in 1980 with the New Brunswick Hawks. Jodzio made around 500 appearances in his 7-year professional career. 8. Ken McCauley. Ken McCauley will go down as one of the worst goaltenders of all time. The New York Rangers signed him because of a shortage of players during World War II, as they drafted many players into military service. During his time with the Rangers, McCauley played 96 games, conceding 537 goals. He conceded 310 goals and went down in history for having the worst goals against average of all time, 6.24 GAA. 7. Alexander Svidov. Alexander Svidov was a first-round pick in the 2001 NHL draft. Svidov began his NHL career with a very underwhelming season, making 63 appearances but only registering 8 points. He had 7 playoff appearances that season, registering no points. The Lightning cut their losses with Svidov and traded him during the 03-04 season to the Columbus Blue Jackets. With newfound confidence after playing for his hometown, Svidov returned to the Blue Jackets and played in 76 games that season. However, he only registered 18 points on his return to the NHL, so he went back to Russia again, never to return. 6. Patrik Stefan. Patrik Stefan was a Czech center who played for Atlanta Thrashers and Dallas Stars in the NHL. His professional career began in 1999 as he was the first pick of the draft, ahead of the Sedin twins. The blunder occurred in 2007 when the Dallas Stars took on the Edmonton Oilers. The game was seconds away from a Stars victory when Stefan went on a breakaway towards the empty Oilers net. 5. Alex Saintoyanov. Alex Saintoyanov was a first-round pick of the Vancouver Canucks in the 1991 NHL draft. He was the 7th selection of the draft, so expectations surrounding the 6'4", 230 pounds Canadian were quite high. Saintoyanov's NHL career began in 1994 after a solid season with the Syracuse Crunch in the AIHL. In the next season, his game time improved to 58, but his point return only increased to a measly 1. 4. Nail Yakupov. Another draft bust was Nail Yakupov. The Russian right winger was the first pick in the NHL draft by the Edmonton Oilers back in 2012. He had 4 seasons with the Oilers, making 252 appearances and scoring 111 points. As a free agent, Yakupov joined Colorado Avalanche, the team he suffered a season-ending injury against while at the Blues. We expect a lot of draft players, especially the number 1 pick, but even the most skeptical fans couldn't have predicted Yakupov's struggles. 3. Andre Deveaux. Andre Deveaux was a 6th-round pick in the 2002 NHL draft. Although expectations were not as high for Deveaux when compared to other players on our list, he did make history. Although they drafted him in 2002, he had to wait 6 years for his chance in the NHL, registering 1 assist in his first 21 games. His time on the ice after this was almost exclusively for the AIHL, where he registered 3 seasons with 40 points or more in a row. Although it may seem harsh to include Deveau in our list of the worst hockey players of all time, his poor returns and behavior sealed him a top spot. At the following game, Deveau attacked Helmerson from behind with his hockey stick during the warm-up. Although the controversial moment happened outside the NHL, it does help our case to cement Deveau as one of the worst hockey players of all time. 2. Bill Mikkelson. Bill Mikkelson was a defenseman who played in the NHL between 1971 and 1976. The Los Angeles Kings signed him in 1970 and he spent 2 years with affiliate teams. Mikkelson had 15 appearances with the Kings before moving to the New York Islanders in the 1972 expansion draft. He was one of the league leaders that year for ice time but had one of the worst plus-minus ratings of all time, -54 for the season. Mikkelson achieved a plus-minus score of -82 for the season, a record that few players have ever gotten close to. No player has come close to a season plus-minus rating of -70, let alone -82, ensuring Mikkelson will maintain this record for years to come. 1. Alexander Daigle. Alexander Daigle was the first pick of the 1993 draft by the Ottawa Senators. He is widely regarded as a draft bust, failing to deliver in the NHL after being pegged as a future superstar. Daigle's early career was electric, scoring 110 points in back-to-back seasons, followed by a whopping 137 in the last season before the step up to the NHL. His first season in the NHL was not too bad, scoring 21 goals and 31 assists in 84 games. From being tipped to being a future superstar to delivering incredibly average point-scoring seasons, Daigle went down in history for being one of the biggest flops in hockey. He played as a center in 616 games in the NHL, returning only 129 goals and 198 assists. He only had 12 playoff appearances in his NHL career, scoring 2 assists. There you have it, a list of the worst hockey players of all time. Players like Alexander Daigle changed the game in none of the ways anyone would have expected. Because of his poor attitude during the 5-year deal signed as a rookie, the NHL introduced a salary cap to help prevent further Daigle situations, where players seem to not try because of how much they are earning. Although you can argue the enforcers were out there doing their job, some were clearly psychotic, nothing short of a danger on the ice. Whether you believe some of these players deserve to go down in history as being the worst, one thing we can all agree on is that nobody wants to be the next Daigle. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more.